Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to give you my thorough and hands-on review of Vidahost. First I'll go over some of the most important features of Vidahost and why I use them to host nearly all of my blogs. Then later on I'll actually take you inside the control panel of Vidahost and show you how it works. First let me tell you why I've moved all my blogs from other hosting companies such as HostGator and GoDaddy over to Vidahost. The main reason for the move is that Vidahost is just that much faster than these other hosting companies that I've worked with. If you go to the hosting section of their website, you will see that they use top-of-the-range enterprise-class servers made by Dell, which, for those of you who are not internet marketing specialists or computer geeks, means that their hosting is very, very fast. And as you know, people on the internet are very impatient and don't have time to wait for your site to load. So if you do have a slow loading site, it makes promoting it much harder than it needs to be. And also, for search engine optimization purposes, Google prefers sites that load faster, and it is one of the reasons that my sites hosted with Vidahost tend to do a lot better in the rankings than they did with their previous hosting companies. They also have a lot of other features too, such as giving you a free domain name, the option to host multiple sites, different amounts of data transfer depending on what you need, plus different amounts of hosting space. Price-wise, they are also very reasonable, with packages starting at as little as $2.99 a month, although I would recommend looking at the slightly more expensive options, which will give you more storage and the option to host multiple websites. The real value comes when you buy 2 years and you're given an extra year for free. This makes it very good value and is what I would recommend to all of my clients. If you use the link and the code that is below this video, you can get a further 10% off, making Vidahost cheaper and faster than most hosting companies out there. So let's look behind the scenes and see what Vidahost is all about once you do buy the hosting package with them. So here we are in the control panel. Now don't be overwhelmed. I know there appears to be a lot of buttons here, but for most people starting a blog or a website, they will only need 2 or 3 of these buttons at most. Now let's say you've purchased your Vidahost account and here you are. The first thing that you want to do once you've got your domain registered will be to set up your email account. This is very easy. All you have to do is click on email accounts, put in whatever email address you want, then click OK, and then you have a live email account. It's not much different than using Gmail or Hotmail. It's just you'll have much more professional email address because it'll be at whatever domain you've chosen. There are a lot of other options for files and security, but you probably won't need to use these, as I highly recommend that you use this feature here that installs WordPress. Now you have probably heard of WordPress, as it is a very popular blogging platform, but even if you don't run a blog or have an e-commerce site or business site, I do recommend installing WordPress, as it's very powerful, flexible and easy to use. Plus it is very, very search engine friendly. Although Vidahost doesn't actually use them, many hosting companies provide either free or paid templates that you can build a basic site with. Although they're okay and are nice enough, I don't recommend using them and would strongly suggest that you use WordPress instead. You just get so many more features with WordPress, and it is super powerful and easy to use. It's like the iPhone of websites. Some other hosting providers make you download WordPress then upload it to your server, making the process very complicated, which means you may have to get someone to help you. However, with Vidahost it is extremely simple to install. With one-click installation, when you click the button, you tell them what domain you want it to install to, and then click OK and you're done. The whole process takes less than 30 seconds. So anyway, I hope this review of Vidahost was helpful and you've got to see some of the features that Vidahost has to offer and what separates them from other companies. Just to sum up, Vidahost has all of the features of all other hosts plus some extra. Plus it's cheaper and considerably faster than most of its competitors. And you do save some money if you click on the link below and use the promotional code that's attached. So click on that link below and join Vidahost now. You won't regret it. I hope you enjoyed watching.